Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for 2024. This is your 2024 yearly reading. And sorry, I just want to get a good shuffle there. We're going to jump right in here. You have this dog. It says, be loyal to what you love. You have the scarab beetle. It says magic works through you. So I definitely feel it is a magical year for water signs. So and I would follow your heart. That's the only thing I would do if I were you. Is like whatever your heart is guiding you towards, or telling you to do, or leading you towards. I think those are the things that you should pay attention to. And if you do that, you will be very successful. And literally, the Queen of Cups is loyal to what she loves, just like that dog spirit says. So, if there is something that you love doing or that you want to do, I would do more of it. It's going to bring a lot of happiness, joy, good things into your life. I do feel like some of you could be kind of like seeing why something didn't work out, by the way, in like love or a relationship. It's kind of funny. You have two cards of illumination here, the Sun to the Five of Pentacles, and then you have the Hermit to the Five of Pentacles. They both kind of represent like understanding why something didn't work out or something didn't come together. And I'm going to say this right now, a lot of luck coming in for you too. But again, it's like something is being illuminated here. And I feel like you're attracting like a new person. Could be a Virgo, could be a water sign, could be a fire sign, could be a Scorpio, could be an Aquarius, could be a Leo, could be any freaking sign. I just listed all 12, right? So what I would say here is this looks really good. Pisces had something about a lot of luck, and you literally have this fish card that says luck and prosperity on it, right? Something like that. It says abundance and luck. So I think for water signs, there's going to be a lot of luck this year. But, this is your card. I love that you show up as yourself. This puts you in a position of power and strength. So there could be a lot of success coming in for you with the Queen of Cups. Also, it could be a divine counterpart. You have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. Definitely could be love coming in for you. And I would just say it's a very solid person. I don't think the sign matters so much here because, again, I feel really like no one sign is standing out to me. And obviously, you're all different. So you all want something different. And I don't even think this, I think sun sign compatibility is BS in the first place. So, don't even get me started. But what I would say here is definitely a solid connection. You have the Eight of Swords here. So I feel like you need to set yourself free from last year, 2023. If you're still in 2023, I feel you could be thinking about setting yourself free. Eight of Swords is only seeing one way of doing things when there are many ways of doing things. So, it kind of suggests that you need to kind of remove yourself from a self-imposed prison or self-imposed restriction. You have the Five of Pentacles. I kind of feel like this is the solution, believe it or not, to the Eight of Swords. The Five of Pentacles would kind of be focusing on your weaknesses. And so the solution here is to realize that you are strong enough to set yourself free, or to focus on your strengths, focus on the things that you're good at in life so that you can set yourself free. And I feel it's just that simple. Wherever you are stuck, I would stop focusing on like the bad stuff and start focusing on like the good stuff, why or how you can set yourself free, right? So let's see here. With the Queen of Cups, you have this revenge card. I don't know, like I wouldn't like this. This deck's a little bit dramatic. This is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. But what I would say is like I would be careful if there is anyone from the past coming back, or anyone who seems to want revenge. I kind of feel like this could be like a new person as well. Like if you're meeting a new person, and maybe someone like slides into your DMs and tells you a bunch of stuff about the new person, it might just be a person looking for revenge. It might just be a liar. So I would be careful of that. With the Eight of Swords, you have this risk card here. I feel like you're about to take a risk, like in a good way, it's almost like Fool energy. I feel like you're about to do something here. It's like you're about to have a new beginning. It's like something that your heart is calling you towards, something you feel emotionally connected to with that King of Cups. Like, let's pretend that King of Cups for a minute isn't a person. It is your deep emotions, right? And so it's like, I feel like you are feeling emotionally called towards something. This could be like a business, something that you want to work on. It could be a career, it could be anything. But I almost feel like it's going to change your life for sure. And it's going to be something that leads to a transformation, whatever you're being called to. With the Five of Pentacles, yes, you have this assertion card. I mean, I literally feel that is the solution to the Five of Pentacles, is to be bold, to be assertive, and to focus on your strengths. And, if you do that, I feel like that'll create a lot of success for you. But it's almost like, I'm not even worried about it, because again, these two cards right here, it's like they're both cards of illumination. Like I said, the Sun clearly illuminates things, and then the Hermit has gone through a dark night of the soul, and he's done this to find his inner light, illumination, right? And that's like what's popping into my head there. Next, in the area of what the unexpected, you have this chalice card. It says rejuvenation and fulfillment. You have this caduceus card. It says you will receive news from afar. So there could be a person who wants to communicate with you. The caduceus is the staff of Hermes, which is Mercury. So, a lot of you, I feel, could be receiving news or communication from a person. I feel I also have like a specific story popping into my head that if you are wondering if someone would communicate with you, I feel like the answer is yes. Like if you're interested in a person maybe that you work with or something, it feels like maybe this person. The sun is very familiar, and so it could be a person that you do know already, but again, if you're interested in a person, I do feel like they would communicate with you. So I don't know, there you go. That's it. I have nothing else. You have the magician here, the sun, and the hermit. The magician is pointing down to this King of Cups. So again, clearly, if you're trying to manifest things or if you're trying to grow things in your life, kind of controlling your emotions or using your emotions to create more goodness would be a good idea with this energy. The magician is also about reinventing yourself. So, a lot of you could be doing things to reinvent yourselves or to heal yourselves. And I feel all that would be a really good idea. You have the sun. And again, I would definitely focus on the sun. I feel everyone needs to, I think this is the time that we are in collectively. And you have the Queen of Wands. She has a sunflower that points towards the sun. And so I keep telling everyone it's time to, focus on love, joy, happiness, things that bring those feelings into your life. And it's time to create more of that here on Earth. So I don't think we necessarily have to have a passion-based business or anything like that. I just think we need to bring more passion into the world. So that could include carving more time out for your hobbies or things that you enjoy. And so, kind of focusing, just choosing to focus more on love, joy, happiness, like all that stuff is going to change the world. If we do it. If we don't, then, we're in for some problems here. So that's why I keep preaching this stuff in the first place. You have, also, I feel you could be getting a lot of attention. So, this to me says that people could really be paying attention to you and, kind of wanting to get your attention and things like that. So I kind of feel like there's a lot of people who want your attention. It's like the spotlight is on you or something like that. I don't know. We're going to have to come back to that. You have the hermit because it's like you don't want the spotlight. Maybe you don't want the attention or something. Although you kind of do because you're holding that lamp. The hermit says you've been through a dark night of the soul. And you've kind of like learned everything you need to learn from difficult situations. And now I feel like you're kind of moving forward or moving on. And you're moving towards bigger and better things, right? With the hermit. So I like that. But I do feel like also, again, I do feel like someone wants to give you attention. So, again, if you're looking for love, there definitely could be a solid connection here. With the magician, you have, are you kidding? Hermes on this card right here. So the caduceus right here. So definitely could be communication. This is restlessness. If you're feeling restless about communicating with a person, I would just do it because I feel like it'll just, rip the Band-Aid off, right? And, but there definitely could be communication. I also feel you could just be feeling restless here on, something that you feel like you need to do, work, business, career, or otherwise. I really feel you have the power to create whatever this is. Especially if you have a goal, wish, or dream, it's like you have the power. With the Sun card, you have this resourcefulness card, Sun in Cancer, by the way. So I feel like you need to use this resource of getting attention, especially if you are getting attention. I almost feel like there's a lot you could do. There's like a lot you could do to grow this attention or to increase this attention or use it to create more abundance and, all sorts of stuff. There's like good stuff coming in for you here, Cancer. I really see it. So, I would focus on that. I believe we're in a time of resourcefulness as well. So, I would just be resourceful. With the Hermit, you have this Escape card, 8 of Swords as well. So, I feel a lot of you are trying to set yourself free from something. I really feel you need to set yourself free from, being behind the scenes. It's more like this reading is saying to me, it's time for you to shine, which I think is, I have a feeling is going to come up for Scorpio as well. It came up for Pisces, and I literally feel the karma, or whatever you want to call it, for water signs right now is to be an example for other people, an inspiration. But that doesn't mean you have to say anything to anyone. Just by living your life, just by making improvements and overcoming challenges and obstacles, or exceeding your own expectations, things like that, you will naturally glow with the Queen of Wands and get a lot of attention. And so I feel like that's really all you have to focus on. Next in the area of what's coming towards you. You have this Chiron card, it says heal on it. You have the Saturn card, it says structure. Obviously with Saturn and Pisces right now as well, I would be focusing on structure or, creating more structure in anything that you're working on. So, don't just do things willy-nilly, I would be like, making sure you have a solid plan and things like that. I do also feel you could be doing some healing, of course. I mean, you have 3 cards here, or 2 cards that represent healing. The Death card and the King of Cups would represent emotional healing. So I feel for a lot of you, clearly you're going through some sort of healing situation. The thing I like about the Death card is that right here are the 2 pillars from the moon, and the sun is coming up between those 2 pillars. So it really suggests to me that 2024 is going to be a year for you where like the sun is coming up, where you're going to be enjoying yourself more. You're going to be experiencing like more happiness and, all those other things. Definitely a lot of transformation. You have that Chiron card has snakes on it, the Caduceus card, the Restlessness card, the Magician has a snake wrapped around his waist. So there's clearly like a lot of transformative energy. And you also have the Temperance card, which is transformation. So you could be going through a deep transformation at this time. The thing is, snakes are guardians of the portals. So it's like I would say this transformation has to do with like some sort of portal that you're stepping through, meaning you're like closing off one area of your life and stepping into a new area of your life. And, that's kind of what I see going on here. And again, what I will say is to argue this point further, we have this dead king underneath the horse here, and the king being dead kind of represents the fact that even kings die, so even things that we think might last forever don't. And it wouldn't surprise me if you were cutting something out this year or before we even get into this year, or you're just closing off a portal, you're stepping into something new. Probably your most important card here, King of Cups. This is what I'd be focusing on if I were you, creating more positive emotion. He is sitting in the deep ocean here, and it just represents the fact that he has very deep emotions. But there are choppy waters all around him, but he is perfectly fine. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what is going on around him. He is in control of how he feels, no matter what is going on around him. So again, that's what I would focus on. Also, something people don't know is that he is about to go on an adventure. There's this boat back here, and the boat on the King of Cups is very specific. It represents a time where we would get, where our ancestors would get on boats and they wouldn't know where they were going, but they would just be going on an adventure, just looking to, go on it, just looking to have an adventure or whatever. And I kind of feel that for a lot of you, where it's like you could be going on adventures, where it's like you don't really know where you're going, but you are just looking for adventure. You have the Fool, ready to take adventure, ready to take a leap of faith. So you're clearly ready for, some sort of new beginning here. And I feel like something's trying to get your attention. This dog is nipping at his heels. I kind of look at the dog as positive and negative on the Fool, depending on how I feel about the reading. The dog could be trying to get his attention, being like, let's go on this adventure, which would be a good thing. It can be bad though, because it could represent like annoying little people in your life that are trying to hold you back, that are trying to say like, don't go on this adventure, right? And so I kind of feel both for you. It's like I feel that I would focus on your feelings. I would focus on, supporting and being with the people who support you and who want you to see you grow. And, I feel it really is a time of growth because we have all these snakes showing up in your reading here clearly. It's a time of growth. So I would make sure you're surrounding yourself with the people who, speak growth into your life, not the ones that talk about like, oh, it's going to be risky for you to start that business, or don't date that person or whatever. It's like the people who do talk like that. No. With the Death card, you have this Convention card. We are in a time of the death of convention, literally just the astrology. I always tell people that, right now we need to avoid convention. Convention represents the way things have always been done. So we're in a time where the story is changing. The narrative is changing, right? In the world. And we're talking about energetically, the energetic narrative, right? And so if we're stuck in the past if we just keep trying to do the same thing we did yesterday, today we're stuck, as John Taffer says. With the King of Cups, you have the Order card. Like I said, there is something about structure or needing to add structure. I would say, really, I'm only getting this for those of you that are working on new beginnings or new projects, anything like that, I feel that it is time for you to bring structure. You have all this magic stuff too. That Scarab card, it says magic works through you. You have the Magician. It really seems to me like your words are extremely powerful with all the Mercury stuff going on here as well. So I would watch your words. Make sure that you're speaking things into existence, but also, work with manifestation. With the Fool, you have this Principles card. Yes, there is a sun and a moon on this card. It's like, I feel there are some, what you are understanding is that there are some people who their principles fit with your principles. There are other people whose principles do not fit. And I would pay attention to that, especially Neptune and Pisces. I think people don't understand. Like, Neptune and Pisces is, a direct challenge to traditional belief. But there's like an element of Neptune and Pisces that's like, do these people fit in with my life or not? Right? Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this new love card, this heart card, which, obviously follow your heart. You have this abundance and luck card, this fish card. So I do feel like there is a lot of abundance and luck coming in for you this year. But again, I feel like the trick for you is to follow your heart, follow your inner guidance, especially with that Queen of Wands coming up right here. We'll talk about it in a minute, but that's what I'd focus on. You have the Queen of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. I feel like you're very attractive at this time as well. So, if you want love, I would definitely be getting out in public, because I feel like there are people who want to pay attention to you, or people who want to give you attention. That sunflower points towards the sun. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like there could be something that the sunflower is kind of like her attention. Her attention is being brought to something, and it's something that she is going to love. It brings love, joy, and it's something that brings love, joy, and happiness into her life, and she needs to move in that direction. The black cat, during the times of tarot, black cats were considered unlucky, and it basically says that she doesn't care what people think. That's like the whole point of the black cat. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's saying that, again, you're going to have people who don't agree with the things that you do, but so what? I feel like you need to do it anyway. You have the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork makes the dream work. But, I feel this is more you surrounding yourself with people who are more growth focused. It's like maybe that's something that's standing out to you as well, is that certain people in your life are very, I wouldn't say they're negative, and I'm not saying they're bad people and you have to cut them out either. I don't think we have to go that crazy. But what I would say is I feel like you're just noticing the people that, are kind of lack mentality, and you're noticing the people that are abundance mentality. And I feel like it's like you're wanting to surround yourself more with abundance mentality, which is exactly what we should be doing. And again, we don't have to cut these people out. We can just, when they say something, we can just ignore it, right? Or we can just say, we can just, kind of be like, no, I don't believe that, whatever. You have this Temperance card. Temperance is about turning one thing into another. It's a card of alchemy, card of transformation. Clearly, this is a very transformative reading. It could be as simple as you transforming the way you think, but it's like this transformation will change your life if you change the way you think, right? So that's what I would say here, but let's see what comes up. With the Queen of Wands, you have this excitement card. You are excited about something, and I feel like you need to move towards it, whatever it is. It could be a goal, wish, or dream, something that you're thinking about. And so, yeah, I really feel good about this. I feel like there's something that you're thinking about that you need to move towards, plain and simple. With the Three of Pentacles, you have this ostentation card. Yes, sorry, this right here. This card represents being able to tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. And again, I feel like you're better, or have gotten better at being able to tell like which people, who's for you, who's against you. But it's deeper than that. It's like what people actually want you to grow, what people want to prevent you from growing, and you could be focusing on that a lot. With the Temperance card, yes, you are stepping into a more powerful time. You have this Power card. Funny enough, there's a sun and a moon on here. In between those two, in between that archway or whatever you want to call it. It's almost like you could be mixing both sides, the sun and the moon. Truly powerful people, it's like they have integrated their shadow. It's like there is, I think people think that, that they can only be all good, but it's like that's not how life works. And so it's like I almost feel some of you, this could be like some deep shadow work where it's like, I don't think we ever truly eliminate our shadow. It's impossible. I think what we can do is work with it, or transmute it in some way. So some of you could be definitely doing that. You have this chair-filled card. It says, someone new is entering into your life. Yes, if you want love, I feel like it's here. No sign really stands out to me here, just in general. It could be any sign, literally. I feel like you'll be very happy, and I feel like it's something you know right away. I also feel for some of you, this is someone that you've been wanting to talk to, so, there you go. You have this yoke card. It says, feeling tied down or frustrated. I feel like you're moving past this energy, and, you're kind of like stepping through this portal, like I said, with all these snakes. You have this teardrop card. It says great personal sorrow. I feel like this is what you could be leaving behind. Again, I would watch your emotions. I would control your emotions with that King of Cups. But I feel like you could be leaving something that didn't work out behind. You have this broken wishbone card, says wish will not be granted, but you end with a wishbone card, so which says wish is granted. So it's like maybe you're not having, maybe one wish in your life isn't being granted, but another one is. You have this quill card, says get back to basics. Like literally all the readings I've been doing for this year, I'm talking about 2023, have been saying keep it simple, like towards the end of 2023. So I would say that 2024, doing the simple stuff, like just doing what works and don't overcomplicate things. Just, keep it simple. I think that's going to be the name of the game, honestly, in 2024. You have this wishbone card that says a wish is granted. And you have this camel. It says persevere and you will overcome your problems. So if you did not get something you wanted in 2023, I feel if you push through that energy and that you could literally make something happen. So, I think it's a time for you to keep pushing and don't back down. It's kind of like what this is saying to me, Cancer. So, I would push through. But this looks really good for 2024. Pretty simple. Again, magic works through you. So love it. Thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your year.